Previously.
Welcome to your atomic scavenge drill. Pay attention, you just might make it.
And so we go.
Hello friends, my name's Lunernight, and welcome back to 60 Seconds. We've got 60 seconds to get supplies and survive the apocalypse. So I'm going to start a new game. We're going to do classic. And we're going to do it's easy. This is my first time playing this. Calm down. The full atomic experience. Scavenge around your house for supplies and then survive the apocalypse in your fallout shelter. Begin adventure. Little boy, easy. Fat man, normal. Star bomber, hard. Okay. We're gonna play easy because this is like my first time playing this. As much as I want to start off normal, I'm having some performance issues, so Alright. Let's do this. Alright. Where is my family? So she's there. I can grab her on the way out. Timmy's in. Okay. Let's grab her first. Oh, no. I can't grab anything yet. And there's a suitcase there. Timmy's there. There's a padlock up there. Alright, let's throw them in the shelter. Shelter's the other way. Grab this suitcase. Suitcase. Gonna grab chessboard, water, Timmy. There's a map on that wall. I don't have any food or water yet. I need to get food and water. Grab the map. Grab my wife. Grab the gas mask. Food, water. I don't have the radio. Shit. Okay, that's all I can get. I can't get any more. I didn't get the rifle. I did get the checkerboard, so we won't go crazy at least. Pardon me. I'm trying to get rid of this cold, I really am. Alright. All of us made it into the shelter just a few seconds before the blast. That was a close one. As we're all together, we can make it work down here. If we remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We opened the shelter door. We noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all these supplies here, but we're definitely going to put them to good use. First aid kit, Boy Scout book, and soup. Good thing we grabbed that suitcase. What we found inside will definitely prove useful. I got a gun and a water. There was a gun in the suitcase. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're pretty sure this is a good amount of supplies at one case. It's the first day. No one needs supplies. Keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day. Wait, where's my camera? We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't many bombs falling down. Not on our head, anyway. Should have brought a razor. We might have killed each other. Don't bring the razor. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for a harsh reality. Wade says Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Timmy might not look it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores is fine and well, as much as anyone can be fine and well in this tiny shelter. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. No one needs supplies. It looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Ted is happy to risk his life in the waste. Dolores is in pretty good shape. Wasteland is no match for Mary Jane. Timmy can do it. Timmy can go to the wasteland. Yes, we should. We felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided we need to do something about it, or to put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. I don't want to start shooting shit. That might be worse than whatever is going to happen. I bet he's going to get into our food, though. As we're running around looking for something to smash this Freddy rodent with, it just disappeared. So did one of our food cans. The question is, how did the little devil fit through one of those little holes? How did that devil fit through one of those little holes? Minus one food can. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. And Dolores will not last long without water, whereas water when Ted needs it. Yes, they need water. I'm aware. I think I'm going to send Timmy to the wasteland. About time to choose someone to scavenge what remains of our town in search of supplies. Who will be? The wasteland awaits. You. You should go outside. Wait, can I send 2 people? Should I send Timmy? I'm gonna send Mary Jane. Gas mask. So she doesn't get sick. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Equipment, gas mask. So she won't get sick. Timmy is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is not complaining today. At least not very much. No one needs anything. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this doesn't last long. That sucks. 5 days. Prepper. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Timmy might not look it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. Dolores is fine and what? Dolores is fine and well. As much as anyone could be in this tiny shelter, there isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble, nothing new. Nobody needs supplies. Mary Jane's not back yet. Hear that? No, because no one is talking. Not a word in hours, not at all. We can't just stare and stare at the walls. We need to do something about this. Let's listen to the radio. How fortunate we took the radio with us. We could probably listen to some music. They still play music out there, don't they? Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Dolores has to drink sometime. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Okay. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done, like trimming that shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. Yay, she's back. She's tired. Let's just leave all those questions for now. Nothing has made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We never liked people who boarded long distances with baggage full of food, especially the kind that smelled bad, but in our current situation, we're more than happy to find suitcases filled with canned soup, or even some smelly cheese. Our local authorities, our local athletics team was preparing to depart for a championship taking place somewhere in the boondocks. Their bus was full of refreshing water and spare shoes. Unfortunately, none of them were a match for us, so we just took all the water bottles. Us too. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Mary Jane is really tired. Timmy's okay. Dolores hasn't eaten. Ted is hungry. You should all get food. Yes. As long as we have food and water, we can stay logged in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It'll be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's even possible in this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make some contact with the military. Good news! The government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communications in a few days. We'll be out of here soon. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Everything seems okay with Dolores, and the morning's been calm enough for Teddy's doing well. She needs food. I'm gonna send Timmy outside with map, playing cards, Boy Scouts book, flashlight, suitcase. He should be okay. Someone's knocking on our door. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. And everybody needs some water. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and were greeted by two men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they're looking for an antique cup, but got lost and would be more than grateful if we let them check our map, provided we have one. Someone called Monty Python. I found his actors. I will survive. I will survive. Yeah. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Today has been fine for Dolores, and this morning has been calm enough for Ted. He's doing well. Nobody needs supplies. We heard something about supply drops on the radio. It just might be what we need to survive. This is supposed to happen near our house. Shall we go out and find out what's really happening? I don't have a gas mask. I killed my gas mask. Too dangerous to go out there without any protection, so we decided to stay indoors and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. Mary Jane isn't worried. Dolores is doing quite well, and Ted is fine. Nobody needs supplies. Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the scout book we keep in our shelter. We have no doubt what needs to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role, and the diary must be read aloud. Right? No, I'm not going to read her diary out loud. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. Then she ripped out and tore all the pages, set them on fire, stomped on them, and fed them to the mutated rat outside. A bit excessive, but we all feel better now that it's been dealt with. We still wonder what she wrote about us, though. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it. Dolores has to drink sometime, and Ted should drink some. I bet Timmy's dead. We can barely breathe in this damn shelter. For the last couple hours, the situation is beginning noticeably worse. There might be something wrong with the ventilation system. Maybe it's stuck. If that's the case, we need to look into fixing it right away. Why would I use bug poison in the ventilation system? That's just asking to get sick. You're injured. The obvious thing to do when a vent is blocked is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine a flashlight on a hive of mutated insects, things usually go from bad to worse. Oh god. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they left. Mary Jane is hungry. Dolores has not eaten, and Ted was hurt. Ted will be fine. And open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside our door. We weren't sure who would claim to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? Hell to the no. Oh, is that Timmy? Timmy's back! And he looked very hungry. We stayed silent until the group on the other side of the door went away. They didn't show up afterwards, so we figured it was the wise thing to do. Let's just hope they don't come back in greater numbers. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Plus one suitcase. About time paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. We found a 10-cent hotel. 10-penny room. 10-penny hotel. 10-cent hotel. I got it. And ruins, but there was plenty to look through. Pieces of furniture, suitcases, and other hotel supplies were scattered all over the place. This is so many references to Fallout. Now we know the secret of their restaurant chef. It was tomato soup. No wonder they were a 5-star hotel. Plus one soup. Every room was stocked with water bottles for guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion, plus one water. The lobby was mostly destroyed and barely anything could be found on the floor except for one very hairy and dead lumberjack. Why was there a lumberjack on the floor? He had an axe in his hand. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Timmy's diet needs food. Dolores is fine and well, and Ted is hungry. Feed you and feed you. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow, and it seems ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. I agree. We answered the phone. We could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from the nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they get back to us. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane is the right idea. Timmy is hungry, and Ted is thirsty. Thirsty. Food. You're probably thirsty too. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? Just get both. Yes, prepare an expedition. Stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shanty town. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble, we found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We can now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hats. Should we let it inside? I don't see why not. Be another thing to feed, but... Aw, he's so cute. As we opened the hatch, the cat jumped and marched around the whole shelter, sniffing all of us, every wall, every corner, every empty soup can and piece of furniture. Finally, it picked a quiet place, sat down, and let out a deep sigh before taking a 12-hour nap. Its color has Shedikov etched into it. What kind of name is that? Mary Jane is feeling safe. Timmy should eat something, and yeah. I'm not gonna give him the first aid kit for getting bit. I'm gonna have her... I don't want her to take a gun. Flashlight, suitcase, padlock. I'm gonna have her take a hatchet. That cat is terrifying. How long have I been recording? Oh, that's it? Feels like so much longer. Okay. Yes, I know Ted is hurt. He'll be fine. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Yep. I'll give you some more food. We know very little about what's going on outside. It's a good idea to find out more and maybe discover if anyone else might be to safety. Now who's knocking on the door? We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news. The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be safer to travel on the surface now. Can we spare some water? And Timmy needs water and Ted needs water. Everyone needs a little water. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocking on our door is not something that we anticipated, yet this is exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they are the merry men, and wish to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so maybe we can make some new friends. Should we let them in? We're not poor. We're not poor. I think we have plenty of supplies. We didn't answer these peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. They seemed harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Despite the circumstances and all the trouble they're going through, Timmy's being very brave. And I'm not going to heal Ted. He'll heal on his own. And Mary Jane doesn't need food. We were sure we'd look through our supplies carefully, but Mary Jane spotted something we all missed. A seed. A plant seed. We should plant it and see what happens. We need a bottle of water for that. Should we use it? Yes. I have a feeling it's going to make a man-eating plant. I like what's going on over here. Here goes nothing. Soil, seeds, water. We'll see what happens in a few days' time. Let's just hope these seeds don't turn into some useless flower. Mary Jane seems optimistic enough. Yes, everybody's hungry. They can wait a day more with food. Shedikov is a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. Believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it, and it's not far. Should we take a quick trick and see what's out there? Yes. Oh, the cat's gone. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the wasteland to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedora, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently, it belongs to their dear old nan who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Shedikov, handcuffs, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. We were glad to see Dolores come back from the wasteland. We believe that our expedition into the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. We set off on an expedition to the nearby zoo we used to visit on weekends. We're happy to report that it was a productive supply run as well as an educational trip. We saw pterodactyl whales, chimpandeers, a porcupine, a small army of cat roaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. Pterodactyl whales. Pterodactyl whales. Between the East Asian and Australian sections, we came across some cute pandaroos. Some had items stashed in their pouches and didn't seem to mind us borrowing a few things. Plus one water. Running away from a humongous Tyrannoraptors, we made our escape to the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things were still lying around. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Everybody needs water. Dolores needs food. I think. Yeah, let's just get everybody food and water. Yes. After Dolores returned from the last expedition, she was complaining of a minor foot injury. It might have been her right foot or her left foot, one of them anyway. It seemed irrelevant at the time, but now both her feet are swollen. We need to do something about it. Use the first aid kit. I'm not going to amputate her. You'll be fine, you big baby. There's nothing a few pills won't solve. Keeping well-stocked first aid kits should be our #1 priority. Dolores is better now. Let's hope it stays that way. Mary Jane's diet could use some food. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy's being very brave. And everybody is hungry. Okay. And you're going to take... You're going to take a suitcase. Hey! Shedikov is back. To our surprise, we found Shedikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good character appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. And Dolores is still hungry from her expedition, so we can give her some food. How about a trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while? Maybe we should go there. It's our first stop after we get out of here. Let's just leave all those questions for now. Timmy prefers apple juice. We should get him some water, and everybody needs water. We've been hearing strange noises lately. Is it coming from the outside, or is it something that came into the shelter with us? Could it be? We found nothing. We feel like we might be going crazy. We should probably get busy with something to keep us preoccupied before this gets worse. Cards. Everybody can play cards. Okay. Having some fun made us forget about, what was it again? Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores is pretty fatigued, and Ted is hungry. Ted can wait on food. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling for our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start of the day. As it turns out, Shedikov found a new toy. A bit of I don't know what that word is. Wiring that it ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate it? Yeah. Sorry, Shedikov, we need the wire. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on our very shelter? The feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. And the car had no wheels. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we were going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores is doing quite well, or she couldn't find anything to complain about. Ted is hungry and he's becoming infected. Fuck. And I don't have anything to give him. The agents who were spying on us are out the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Yeah, why not? Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. We fear something bad has happened to her. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they're a top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, rather the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. What? They were willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we helped them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they'd contact us again with more details. Timmy has been talking about nothing more than water. He should drink some. Timmy is pretty fatigued, but Timmy has rested. There's one thing, it's everybody needs water. Everybody needs water. We were paid a visit today by a young man worried about his twin sister who went missing in a bandit camp not long ago, while acting as a spy and trying to get her hands on the plans of a new bandit fortress. He seemed to trust us fully and is very friendly, but obviously concerned. He asked that we come to his aid in his hour of need, and really good things might happen to us if we manage to succeed. I will. Timmy is fatigued, though. Yeah, let's send Timmy anyways. That's gunshots. Oh, our plant has a face. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed and really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turned out the bandit leader is actually their father. It's a crazy small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. Nobody needs supplies. We're not certain about the situation on the surface. Yeah, we need to send someone on a trip. If Dolores is gone. Tentacles everywhere. Is that monster from Mars? Wait, they're not tentacles. It's the damn plant Mary Jane was growing. It's mutated. It's out of control. Are those teeth? They're huge. We need to do something. Chop it up. We'll get some food. We can eat it. We can eat it. Did you die, you plant thing? Die. Is this sharp enough for you? Chop, chop. Whew, that was a close one. Without this axe, we would have been plant food. Or would that make us fertilizer? Well, the joke is on that damn plant since we ended up harvesting some of it for food. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. Dolores would love to eat something, and Ted's wounds are not a pretty sight. I'm going to send Timmy outside with a flashlight. The gun. How are you? Do I want to send Timmy with a gun? Let's send you with the map. So I guess Mary Jane is dead. Timmy went outside in the wasteland. We don't know what happens if he doesn't come back. Dolores needs food and needs water, and Ted needs water. Knock on the door is not something we take lightly these days, so when a man came to our doorstep today, offered us a highly profitable game of cards, we weren't convinced. It's a bet, 2 soup can and a card game really... Yeah, why not? I didn't read the whole thing, I'm sorry. Ooh, we got more soup. Haha, Lady Luck has smiled on us. We won a vicious game of war. The man wasn't too happy about it, but he delivered on his promise. During one of the insane episodes at around 3 o'clock last night, Shedikov ran face first into the wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. Behind it was a cigar box with some ammunition inside. Thanks whoever left it there. Dolores would really love to eat something. No problems for troubling Ted. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that we all have the same rights to the shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders on our soup. No, sir. Boy Scout book, smashing. We always knew books were precious. They are the perfect weapon for waging total war on the insectoids of any kind. Fear will keep the local spiders in line. Fear is the scout handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. That was a good hunt. +1 water. If there's anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted is hungry and he's getting worse and worse. We either do something about his wounds or he's done for. We can give him food. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment. Quickly got into an argument over trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope it won't happen again. If there's one thing we need, it's water. Ted needs water. Okay. Dolores has not been very talkative lately. Should we chat with her and find out what's wrong? Yes. Timmy, are you back? Timmy is back. Talking to Dolores helps resolve some of her issues. Timmy is back. Theater meant actors, and where you find actors, you'll easily run into mimes. So as we approached the theater on our tiptoes, but in the end, we decided our need for supplies was greater than our fear of mimes, so we went bravely in to explore. This must have been one really boring play if the only props being used were bottles. The scene was practically filled with them. Thankfully, some had water in them. +3 water. Shit. I half expected the theater cafeteria to be in a sorry state. Surprisingly, the atomic blast spared most of it, and we were able to admire their selection of foods. It was very vivid: small, medium, or large cans of tomato soup. We felt large cans were meant for us. Next to the entrance, we found a glass case. Mounted on the wall inside was an axe with a sign said, "Break glass in case of emergency." We're almost certain that a nuclear apocalypse constitutes at least a little bit of emergency. +1 axe. Timmy needs food, and he's really tired. Yeah. Using a very high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents ring in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw on our journey. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Yeah, we'll send her outside. Hopefully the dad won't die in the meantime. We graciously agreed to fill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised that they would soon be back with more information soon. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is on her way to the surface, and Ted is getting worse and worse. A stranger pushing a rusty wheelbarrow filled with all kinds of goods stopped by. Claims he's a trader looking to barter for items he required. I don't really need any of these. I guess I would need the water. Oh shit. Dad died. Ted's wounds were too serious to leave untreated. They became infected and took Ted's life. We refused to trade. Hopefully we made the right choice, but the trader was not too happy. Timmy should eat something. He's been drinking something out of the water. Traveling salesman paid us a visit. He introduced himself as Willie himself. Apparently business can do well even after the end of the world. Offers 1 can in exchange for cards. Offers 1 water in exchange for chessboard. Offers a can in exchange for a gas mask. Can't do that. Offers 4 water in exchange for a gun. You can have my chessboard. Dolores is back. Made our deal with the salesman and helped him pack. He strolled away in the wasteland like he knew exactly where he was going next. The recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seemed to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. 1 bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Timmy should eat something. Dolores has not eaten for a while and she's hurt. I'm not going to send anybody on an expedition until they're good again. Twin siblings have paid us a visit, asking if we have a map of our time in the shelter. The group is becoming bigger every day, and they're slowly running out of space in their tents, and now they're traveling through the city looking for a good spot to make camp. They're not going to keep our map, are they? We were happy to see them again. We quickly handed them our map and pointed out several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it got dark and to still get a few hours scouting in the daylight, but they said it would definitely be back again to share some news and a friendly chat. We hope they find a good place. Maybe we can visit them when the camp is ready. No good news. There's nothing going on with Timmy. Timmy? Dolores is finding well. Don't blame me. It's very difficult to prepare for unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Well, they are unforeseen by definition, so that does make a lot of sense. We can't say we're prepared for what happened. We were prepared for what happened? What happened? Now who's knocking? What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Timmy prefers apple juice, but he needs water. Everybody needs some water. Yeah, no. We always steered away from casinos, gambling, dens, and the like, so when a man came to our door, yeah, okay. We're probably gonna lose this one because we won the other one. Haha, Lady Luck has smiled on us. Yay. Not gonna do an expedition yet. We could really use some more supplies. We counted all of them today and the numbers did not make us happy. Time to do something about it. We know that a teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building. They're relatively safe and we can really use whatever we have. We could really use it, right? No. We have plenty. We need a first aid kit, but like, I'm not gonna take from kids. I'm sorry. Robbing innocent people? Absolutely not. We're not savages. We are not savages, and we cannot stoop that low. It's important to keep our values even in these troubled times, especially in these troubled times. Let's set a shining example and leave these poor people alone. Timmy might not look it, but he's doing fine, and Dolores is hurt. We know that. Our gas mask has been badly worn out and doesn't protect against anything. It's a good time to have a go at fixing it. Yeah. Our gas mask is fixed. And they both need water. Nope, I still can't send Timmy out. Clearly, we're trustworthy enough after our last successful mission as the agents came back with another request. We are to generously provide either a couple of soup cans or some water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and a promise of a better future. Yeah, let's give them full water. Please don't take all of my water. I'll be so upset. We graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised they'd be back with more information soon. Timmy should eat something. Dolores needs to eat something. Water doesn't go as fast. Enough of this plain tasteless water. Dolores is really covering a cup of coffee. True blue American coffee, the kind that you could drink 5 cups of and still feel sleepy. But where are we going to find in this wasteland? Well, Dolores' favorite diner is, or used to be, a few blocks away. Maybe we should go have a coffee run, but who? You know what? Let's send him outside for a coffee run. I should throw the skeleton out already. Great, we got a whole pot of coffee. The taste is weird and we don't have any sugar or milk to give it flavor, but it'll do. It's a step up from the bland, slightly irradiated water we've been drinking. The pot only hold a few cups worth of coffee, and we gulped it down in mere minutes. All of us are really alert and ready for anything, for the next 5 minutes or so anyway. And Timmy should eat something and Dolores is fine. Yes, Timmy can go to the wasteland now. Let's make an expedition. The other day we heard a quiet knock on our door, but when we opened it, we only found a suitcase on our doorstep and there was no one around. It isn't signed, but it sure looks like it's meant for us. Should we check what's inside? Yeah, I don't see why not. It was an innocent-looking bottle of water, so we took a sip. We thought we got lucky, but it was all a lie. Either that water is irradiated or it was some kind of biological weapon and made us all feel pretty sick. Damn it. I'm gonna send Timmy on an expedition. He's gonna go with the axe. should have sent him with the gun. I haven't used the gun for anything. And now Dolores is sick. Great. Got a visit today from a person with a physical mutation. They managed to grow several extra fully operational hands. He shared the story of his group with us, people with other deformities, who despite the circumstances remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promises that if we give him some supplies, the group will help us get rid of the bandits next time they bother us. Yes. Now who's knocking? Feels good to have some friends in this cool empty wasteland. A few of our supplies is a small price to pay when it comes to the safety of your family. Dolores has no color left in her face. Her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. I can't do anything. Siblings are back with their group to announce that their camp has been finished. They're attempting to make living there as enjoyable as possible, and they have one problem: their children. The older ones can be trained to help scouting or guarding the base, but the youngsters get bored really fast. The group has been going through the rubble looking for toys and games that can keep them happy and occupied. You can have my cards. The rate I'm going, I can't do anything with them anyways. We were happy to share a set of cards with them. Sure, the deck isn't complete, so the kids will have to make up some new games, but at least it'll keep them busy. Our friends agreed and promised to keep us updated on the situation at camp. Dolores will not last long without water. She has no color left in her face, and her injuries need to be fixed ASAP. Wonder if giving her food will help. Not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking about what will make all this terrible situation. Is the house still standing, or will we have to move to the forsaken hole like Toronto? Toronto, Canada. Please don't be dead. Yeah, I can't do anything. I have nothing but the radio. You can have my bullets. I don't care. I haven't used my gun the entire time I've been here. The bandit camp nearby is causing a lot of trouble. Not only are they armed, dangerous, cruel, and bloodthirsty, but they're also loud and obnoxious. We respect the right to party, but not at the cost of your beauty sleep. Something needs to be done. No, it'll get us killed. And I don't have any. Aw. Did she die of... Going out there and provoking these brutes is the last thing we want to do. We simply don't stand a chance. Timmy should have returned, but he didn't. Dolores suffered with her injuries, and the infection spread. Damn it. We survived for 51 days. All of us are safe. Ratatouille, silent as the grave. Bus station, made contact with the military. The nights who say, dear diary, dear air, dead air, hotel raiders, hello. An unexpected call, an unlikely survivor. Nuclear fallout has gone. You reap what you sow, follow the trail, radioactive fauna, there and back again, we can hear things, fun and games, Big Brother, Mary Jane didn't return to us. Reunited, Little Shelter of Horrors, Winter Takes All, Small Treasure, Spider-Man, Bit of Culture, Recon, Door-to-Door Cells, Ted's injuries were too severe, Door-to-Door Cells, The Grand Plan, Winter Takes All, Innocence Preserved, Provisions, Coffee Run, Trojan Horse, Handyman, The Fun Factor, Door-to-Door Cells, Payback Time, Timmy did not make it back. Dolores' injuries were too severe. Perished. Well, damn. I died. Okay. Well. I'm gonna leave this episode here, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode of whatever I decide to make. Lunernight sending out. Bye!